Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Michalowski from ForexLive.com. Today's date is August 17th, 2023. Let's take a look at some of the major currency pairs as we kickstart our trading day. Looking at the Euro versus US dollar, I'm looking at the 4-hour chart to begin with. The price low yesterday took the price below the 61.8% retracement. The move up from this low going back to the end of May to the high price that we saw in July. The 61.8% came at 1.0880, and the price moved below that level and tried to extend down to this next target area with a number of different swing levels through here as the defining reason for that, but we fell short of that, and the price has since rotated back to the upside. The pair is trading to a new high, reaching a level of 1.09179. The 100-day moving average looms above 1.09311. Putting on the hourly chart here, the price just moved up to the 100-hour moving average. That declining 100-hour moving average currently comes in 1.0917. As you can see, the price moved a little bit above that level. The last few rebounds to the upside have fallen short of that 100-hour moving average. So getting up to it and a little bit through it here is the buyers trying to make a play as the moving average moves lower, makes it an easy hurdle for this pair, but we still need to get above it and stay above it to increase the bullish bias. Then we look toward the 100-day moving average at 1.0931. That's the overlay line right here. And if we get above that level, then we'll look toward the 200-hour moving average, comes in at 1.0949. All those levels need to be broken in order to increase the bullish bias. Absent that, and guess what? The sellers are more in control, and we'll look for a further increase to the downside once again. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next on the hourly chart. And what is significant is that the price did break a little bit below this trend line here, but we are trading just above it as we speak. As I speak, on the downside is the rising 100-hour moving average. At 100-hour moving average comes in at 145.49. Also in play is this 145.90 level. What's the significance of 145.90? That's this level right here. It's kind of random on this chart, but you can see the price moved up toward it and backed off, and then moved up toward it and backed off, and then broke above it yesterday. If I were to go to the daily chart, that was a target level on the daily chart, going all the way back to these levels right through here, where we defined a swing level between 144.98 and 145.90. I know it's about 100 pips or so of data, but the price definitely had a consolidation area here where it was a ceiling and then became a floor before moving to the downside. We returned to it here, before again moving to the downside and trading this week. The price moved up to it initially and then broke through it yesterday and continued that momentum to the upside and trading here today. But as you can see, we're back down within this swing area right here. So watch the 145.90 level in the dollar versus yen. If we can stay below that level, then the sellers are trying to take more control. The market is overbought, by the way. I think it's like 8 days in a row, so this looks like a down day so far, at least for the dollar versus yen. So be aware of that. It's time. It could be time for a corrective move. On the downside, watch the 144.98 level on further momentum to the downside. We'll see if the price can hold within this area. If it can, then this is just a modest correction in what is a continuation of a bull market in the dollar versus yen. Let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar on the hourly chart. And what we see off of this chart is that the price has been able to pretty much hold support against the 100-hour moving average on the dip and trading here today. Since then, the price has gone 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours out to the upside here, trading near the highs and moving up toward this swing area through here, where we have a number of different swing highs forming this ceiling area through here. Moved above it here, but then moved sharply to the downside, moved back up toward that level between 127.89 and 127.99. Let's call it 128. On the top side, where you're going to need to get above the 128 level to then start to target the 38.2% retracement at 128.16. Remember that after a trend-like move that we've seen in a pair, you want to see the price at least extend up to the 38.2% retracement and get above that if the buyers are to be taken seriously. if it doesn't get above the 38.2% retracement, then this is just a modest correction in what is a more of a bearish market. So we will see if the price can get through first the 128 level and then get up to the 38.2% retracement, extend above that level. Absent that, and again, the sellers are still more in control. On the downside, of course, watch the 127.39 level. The level corresponds with this low and this high right here, and then these lows right here. So it had some play going back in time. So I'm gonna watch that as a close support level in trading today. If it goes below that level, we'd look back toward the 200 and 100 hour moving averages on the downside for this currency pair. So there you have it. Look at three of the major currency pairs as we kickstart the trading day. My name is Greg Michalowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye bye now.